Hi everybody, so we're going to start with a small flow. So we're going to start with the hands tracking underneath the shoulders and the knees are tracking through the hips. I want you to draw up through your pelvic floor at your highest height and engage the abdominals by 40%. From here, start to bring in the breath. Exhale. Inhale through the nose. We're not making any movement at the moment. We're really tuning into the breath and how the pelvic floor is working. On the exhale, the pelvic floor is naturally lifting. And on the inhale, the pelvic floor is naturally coming back down, ascending. From here, I want you to bring the right arm up, don't transfer to the hip, lengthen through the lever. Inhale, carefully place down. Carefully taking it to the other side without moving through the pelvis. So you really should feel that strong core connection. As we're working through the shoulder movement. This time we're going to slide out the leg or hover it and then slide back in. Stay the same side there for 6. Again, try not to transfer for 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last one. From here, stay out with the legs, straight leg lifts. Now don't lift too high where it's creating an arch on your lower back. But instead think about length, think about centerness of the core, no leaning to the opposite hip. We're aiming for 10. Let's go for 2 more. Last one, and carefully come back. If you need a bit of a breather off your wrist, you can just circle them out. Okay, so we're going to do the leg slide. On the other side again, don't transfer to the hip, core center. Slow and controlled. For 10. Yeah, your shoulders do take quite a lot of the movement. And that's totally normal. Slight bend through the elbows if you struggle with hypermobility because you don't want to be locking out. On the next one, we're going to stay out there for our leg lifts for 10, 9, 8. You're doing really well. No arching of the back. Last one, well done. Have a little bit of a breather off your wrist. It's a nice little bit of movement there. Thinking about the breath, thinking about the stability, moving those levers independently. And that's what we do in Pilates, keeping those shoulder blades back and down and stillness so the core works much more effectively. We're going to take it now all the way onto our buttocks. And we're going to be working through a move called rollbacks. From here, we're going to extend the lever of the arm, but we relax through the shoulders. We C-curve, bringing the chin to the chest, and I roll back to where I can without my shoulders or my legs helping me. So let's all just probably stay on this level. We're going to inhale slowly. Can you really control the peeling as you come back up? Exhale, chin to chest, scooping the abs here. Inhale, slow and controlled. Come all the way up. We're going to do a couple more. On our next one, if you're happy to stay back here, if not, if your back's not happy, sit up tall. We're going to take it to bow and arrow. And I'm going to follow the arm. I'm still thinking about length on the spine. I'm staying placed on the sit bones. I'm still guiding with the breath. I've still got my core, my pelvic floor on. And carefully peel all the way up. And maybe do a knee hug, just take the pressure off your back. From here we're going to be seated again, but I'm just going to face you at the front. We're going to go really wide with our legs. You're going to place the arms behind, unless you don't need them, you could stay here. And we're going to work on large hip rolls. So we're going to bring one knee to one side, start to open up the hips, and we carefully switch to the other side. And then being aware of my mobility whilst I'm making this movement. We're going to do one more. And then carefully release, and then we're going to come all the way into our side lying position. From here, I would have the other knee, under leg bent. Unless you're more advanced, then stack up the legs. From here, this is my neutral alignment of my hip. We are going to come down into a negative, and as you can see, it should bring a bit of a mouse hole here. Have your hand in front of navel. We're going to lengthen up for side ones. It's not necessarily about the height. I do think of the leg length. Then I turn to a flex and I carefully come down. If you can't go all the way down into a negative position, then maybe stop around about there. We are aiming for 12 reps. If it's not comfy, laying on the arm, then prop up your head with your hand. The only thing with this position is, just make your neck and shoulders more overactive. In a positive way, but if you overuse that area a lot, you may need a break by staying down on the arm. Still think about that little mouse hole underneath. We're going to stay up on this 12th one, thinking about the length. We're going to open up the socket joint. We're going to turn up with the toes and neutral for 12. One up, one neutral is 1. Remember, reps is in your guide. You might just be doing 6. Just making that hip socket really healthy. More range of movement. And let's get that synovial fluid in that area nice and warm and sticky. You should be feeling the buttocks as well. On the 12th one, stay in alignment. We're going to bring the knee in. We're going to extend like we're pushing something away, but try not to rock. For 12, if you can do 12. Those like to do 12 because it encourages hypertrophy. Hypertrophy is where it will work on building a muscle. So you'll get muscle enlargement, but it's not the same as strength training where you do only a few reps lifting your heaviest. So it's very positive for the body, this. It's going to get you more stronger, it's going to increase your endurance. just start to be aware of how this feels. When you bring that knee in, it's like the same as doing an abdominal crunch. So can you feel it? Last one. And release. And then carefully come all the way into seated. And if you need to stretch your shoulder, that's where you are right now. From here, we are going to take it into the other side lying. So did you lay on the arm? Did you bend the underneath leg? Did you start in a negative with the leg? Take the leg back, so long, lengthened hip extension, or did you support here? We need to think about the height we do as well, comparing it to the other side. So point, 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 turn to the flex, add resistance, carefully come down. Guide with the breath now, pelvic floor, abs on. I'm still thinking about the flexibility of the leg. I'm still thinking about that little mouse hole that I've got above the hip, underneath the lower abs of the side obliques. So you should feel the core working throughout. Last one, we're going to stay here. Remember, we're going to work that socket, so we turn toes up, then neutral, up, and then neutral. I'm still thinking about the length through the leg, my knees not popping out. I'm thinking about the stability through the pelvis, so I'm really engaging through the core. Remember, one up, one neutral is one. Think about how many repetitions you did. If you reduced on the other side, you need to be reducing again. From here, keeping the leg lengthened out, we're going to bring the knee in. We're going to push away. We're still thinking about that full hip extension though. When we take it back, we're trying not to rock. Really think about that ab crunch. We've got two more. We've got one more. And then carefully come all the way up into a seated position and stretch that shoulder. We're just going to finish our practice now, laying on our back with bridges. It's a really good one to kind of finish with. And we can be aware of both buttocks as we've just worked them independently. So now we need to see, are they working as a team? Lengthen the arms out, shoulder blades down, core is on. Pelvis, pubic bone tucks under, imprint of back. Exhale, start to ground through the feet, carefully coming all the way up. You want to think about pressing the feet down and carefully articulate that spine. If your neck is a little bit more back, I would probably put a soft roll towel underneath your natural curve just to bring it into a really good position. Because if you can support the cervical vertebrae, the neck, it's going to work on supporting the lower lumbar vertebrae, the lower back, where that tailbone is. Can you get better at the peeling? Let's go for two more. After that, we are going to finish off with an eye of the needle stretch for the hips. Carefully coming back, bring one heel over the other leg. Just push the inner thigh open, not the kneecap. Keeping the pelvis centre so you still feel the contact of the pelvis equally. Start to be aware of how it's feeling. If you want a stronger stretch, you could bring it here, but for our practice today, it doesn't feel necessary to me. But it depends on how tight you are when you did do this video. From here, I'm going to carefully bring the leg down. I'm going to switch over and I'm going to compare. Remember, we want that pelvic stability, equal either side. Be aware of the glutes. Be aware of the lower back, the inner thigh. And then carefully bring both of the feet, knees over, up to a seated position. And I hope you enjoyed your workout. Bye.